I think we came on the 29th and had enough rest, and we gave a full day off to get into the the USA clock. So it's almost 10 hours different from Nepal, so jet lag and tiredness and long flight. So I think everyone is recovered fully. And now, today we had the first session, and the conditions here is bit very challenging for the batters. And when we were watching those games, Scotland, USA and UAE games, the wickets were very challenging, and then today nets were also challenging. So boys are getting slowly used to it, and I think they had the first experience today. And at the moment, things are going well.
We know the main focus is on the League 2 series, but how important is the 2 practice matches for us?
It is important, and I just need to make sure that everybody in good shape going into the main tournament. So I'll be rotating players, but it's just that we need to get used to this weather, heat, this wind around. So it's important to play these two games, and according to this the news, both teams are very strong. Some of the former Indian players, former South African players, it's packed a team, so it's going to be a good challenge, and looking forward for that. It's always good to put the boys under pressure and see how they come out of it.
We've seen a lot of boys coming in and out of the 15-man squad. How hard it is to select the playing 11 come first match?
I think basically if you see the World Cricket League 2 from Dubai, we are not going to have that many changes. It's just maybe 1 or 2 changes. The reason that we have many changes in Kathmandu when we have the Tri-Nation and Zimbabwe, because we want to try a few places with new players. We just rotate players there, but when it comes to these main games, all the main players will be there, and the tryouts that we had in Kathmandu, we found those youngsters coming into those spots. So we'll have a consistent squad going through.
Talking about the League 2 series, we have been inconsistent with the results that we've brought. So what is the target coming as we're going to the halfway stage in this league? So what are we targeting at this series?
We basically want to win every game from here. I know, just having said that, it's not easy, but we are very focused, and we have gone through our plans. We have worked very hard in the last 6 weeks. It's just that we need to create the momentum, and coming into these conditions and knowing these these wickets, I think it's going to favor for our team, the way we play, and especially for our spinners. So all these teams are good teams, but we just have to, for us to have to play quality cricket throughout to win. And the main focus, the 3 series that we had so far, we have been 50% now of winning 2, losing 2. We want to improve that from this series onwards.
You had a stint in USA working as a coach, so will that be any advantage for Nepal team coming as we are playing in USA itself?
Yeah, of course, I'm very familiar with these wickets. Mosa ground is one of the home ground for USA when I was here, and we spent enough time there, knowing them, knowing the both teams actually, and Nepal also very familiar with Oman team as well. So everything it's familiar for us, but it's just matter of how we use that to our advantage.
You brought in Sunil Damala as an opener, so do you have any plans to try him, or is it just for the backup for Asif and Kusal?
At the moment we are going with Asif and Kusal. There are top 2 batters, 2 openers, and Dev has settled down really well at the number 3. So he's batting well, he's in form, and the middle order looks strong. So we are settled down there.
About Kishore's inclusion, did he impress us so much in Zimbabwe that we're trying to bring him here?
Kishore is also bowling really well, and there's good competition within the 3 seamers that we have. The conditions are not favorable for that much of pace, so we are looking to play 2 seamers and extra spinner. That's the plan at the moment. Never know. And Kishore is also not that far from anyone that we have here, so he's up there. So it's always good to have that backup, for us to moving forward.
Because next 2 months is marathon picture for the Nepal. How can handle this?
You mean to say that the lot of cricket coming up? Yeah. So it is like, you know, I mean, challenging also, because we are playing in USA, totally different conditions, and Scotland is like the other side of the condition, so totally different from there. So, but I think, like, you know, one of the things that I keep talking to the boys about, when you are a national player, you need to like play and play well in any condition. That's how the national players, like, you know, made of. So they need to get into that mindset. Like, this is a young group, and for me it's easy to mend them, like, you know, the way that we want. There's enough talent. It's just about, like, you know, getting the right mindset to take the challenges, and it all depends on how in these two series, like, you know, when the things are not going right, when the things were challenged, how hard we come out of it. So I think the young group is, you know, they are capable of doing it. So, and we have to see how things goes when the tournament starts.